gentlemen, of course, to Rampage 2017, and we'll be hitting it off right away with our LCL show match. Of course, before anything else, let us go ahead and introduce ourselves. We are going to be your casters for today. Arctic Atyo, Service Fam, and of course, with me is Amplifier.
All right, so it's going to be an exciting first game for us. Of course, we're going to be having the match between UP and TIP, so this is going to be a good morning to start things off, of course, before we get to all of the other games that we have in store for you guys today.
Yes, of course, before we go ahead and head straight into the action, Rampage 2017 wouldn't be possible if not for our sponsors. Of course, it is currently presented to you by PLDT Smart and Garena, co-presented by Lenovo Intel, with major sponsors Seagate, Bloody, Transcend, Bacchus Energy Drink, and HyperX. And of course, special thanks to our event partners, Cooler Master, Razer, Again by AOC, Zagu, and Razer.
All right, we'd also like to thank official hotel partner Golden Phoenix Hotel Manila, our official mobile shopping app Shopee, our official streaming partners XSplit and Twitch, and we're also joined by our media partners Otaku Asia, Otaku Events, Anime Play, TV, Mineski.net, Esports Illustrated, WendyManila.com, Rakista Radio, Tier 1 Entertainment, Esports, Inquirer, Rappler, and GG Network.
Man, I'm getting chills right now. Of course, like I did mention, we are heading into the LCL show match, wherein in fact, ladies and gentlemen, this will be very interesting because we are going to be seeing, of course, our local collegiate league Summer 2016 champions go up against the LCL Spring 2017 champions.
Yeah, so two champions, of course, and I mean, UP, of course, they also made us very proud because they did go to LICC recently and they were able to, I believe, reach, that was top 3. From where they came from. So that was a really intense match, and now we're going to be seeing the two of them, and we're going to be playing in patch 7.14, so this should be pretty interesting. We're going to be going into this into detail, especially when we play in the PGS later. Please remember that the PGS finals will be happening later on. I think it starts around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So, but for now, we're going to be getting, I guess, a bit of a taste of what the meta looks like now, right? Because we've been seeing a huge change in the way the game is played, especially with, you know, all these changes to tanks and everything.
And you know what's really interesting here is that, especially with these two champions, well, for UPD, we've actually seen them just play quite recently for the LICC Southeast Asian qualifiers. For TIP, it's a different story, though, because technically going into the last split, they kind of went their separate ways, both Janine and Hanzo. So coming together again, I'm actually interested in seeing if they still have that same dynamic going into this show match for today.
Yeah, that's very true. So we should be getting into the pick and ban in just a bit. Also, don't forget that there are a lot of booths around, so you guys can actually enjoy if ever you're with your friends, for example. There's also Hall D. I believe that Sphere and Riku will actually be there to host for an event later, so you guys can actually join them for a lot of the mini events that are going to be going on. I think there's going to be prizes, and our co-casters Atlas and Vulcan will be doing, I think, a flip the bottle challenge, so you guys can check that out in Hall D as well.
And yeah, I mean, also, by the way, speaking of LCL, we also do have our kind of wall of fame there, wherein you could check out all the previous champions, aside from, of course, TIP and UP Dinaman, as well as a brief history of what has went on throughout the LCL throughout the past years and how much we've progressed, actually.
Yeah, I mean, for those who are hearing about LCL for the first time and we're about to enter the pick and ban, you know, this is basically the collegiate level of competitive esports, of course, giving students from college students from all around our country a chance to really, you know, feel like they're pro players in a sense. And it is sort of the bridge already because we've seen times where LCL players would transition straight off into the PGS. It has happened. And one of our players actually here, being Neep, who is a support of UPD, used to be in PGS as well, back when he was in Naga. So there are definitely times when collegiate players do become pro players, but now we'll be breaking down the pick and ban. So for the bans, Draven being banned on the side of UPD, and then Zack being banned. So the Draven's a bit interesting, but I'm guessing that might be a comfort pick of sorts. But Zack is definitely an expected ban right now in the current meta.
It's almost like an auto ban, I'd say. But what I like about UPD is clearly they still have their knowledge of TIP. Draven, actually these are respect bans that I'm seeing from UPD, and still obviously doing their homework going into the show match. So not holding back in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely true. And that's going to be Maokai banned next. So just like we said, you know, the tanks are coming out. You know, we've been seeing in other regions, for example, like even in the LCK and the NALCS, Maokai, Shogat, and Zack all removed. So we're not going to be seeing any of them, leaving only a couple of tanks left. And then it's going to be the Nar and LeBlanc band on the side of UPD. Caitlyn, going to be the first pick here from UPD. Usually on blue side, you lock in the Caitlyn probably, or the Kalista, whichever the AD carry is more comfortable with. And we're going to be seeing that finalized. So let's see how TIP respond.
Yeah,
There
I
are a
mean, if
couple
you're
of
gonna,
picks open.
yeah. And speaking of this Caitlyn here, because this is something that we have seen Blizzard use time and time again. It has been his comfort pick, which he has performed with in terms of much efficiency. So it's interesting that UPD is still gonna stick with what they know in a way, their core strengths of the team.
Yeah. Oh, so we're gonna be seeing Jarvan and Lulu. So Jarvan is a interesting flex pick, so we won't know if that's gonna be going over the jungle or top, but Gragas is gonna be one of the picks here, possibly for UPD, which is also a flex pick, so that can go either jungle or top. Thresh gonna be, oh, Neep gonna play the Thresh. So that's something we don't usually see him on, but it is something he does like to say he's good at. So we'll see if he can live up to that. But last pick here for the first rotation might be, oh, so it's gonna be the Tristana. So this is something also that has sort of risen up in the tiers of AD carries along with Kalista and Tristana. Interestingly, we won't be seeing Kalista this game, and we'll have to see what the next bans will be. We still don't have any mid laners, and usually some people do opt to ban mid laners like Orianna or Talia, Galio. And actually, Galio is still open.
Yeah, I'm actually interested overall, especially the interesting thing about both sides is they actually have very unique strengths here. Again, what I like about UP Diliman is that not only are they mechanically gifted players, but the teamwork, the macro play, absolutely amazing, almost outclassing second to none in comparison to all the LCL teams. TIP, of course, one thing that I've been preaching time and time again, having coached them before, is that they're known for their individual prowess, being mechanically gifted. So we'll just have to see, is it going to be the macro, or will the macro play of UP Diliman that prevails, or will it be TIP's individual strengths that'll pull through in the show match?
Yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. TIP actually attacking for Zerg's champion pool here, so they ban out the Victor and the Vladimir. So we'll have to see what he's going to play. Meanwhile, Karma Syndra off the table here as well for TIP. So we'll have to see mid laners remaining, and I believe UPD is still looking for a top laner because this Gragas might go jungle, but we'll have to see. TIP here waiting for the pick. I wonder if they'll take the Talia or the, Renekton.
Wow.
Interesting. So this is Gragas. Oh, sorry. This is Jarvan jungle then, and we're gonna be waiting for. They're gonna be giving Janine the last pick, and
Come on. Oh man, come on.
Really? Really for Zerg? Is he actually gonna do this? Because they took away the Victor.
Okay. Darn it.
It's okay. We see enough of that in solo queue, so maybe let's not see it this time. Jace is gonna be the pick there. Probably gonna be going over to top, which puts Gragas in the jungle. Mid lane is the only pick left. Let's see what Berserk goes for though. He doesn't usually play assassins like Zed and Yasuo, so I actually wasn't expecting him to lock that in. We'll have to see. There it is. It's going to be the Orianna, and finally, TIP, they're going to be giving Janine the counter pick possibly. Oh, Cassiopeia. So this is actually also still a good pick. Oh, going for the Fizz. Alright, let's see what he goes for though.
This is the interesting thing about Janine, is that it's so hard to ban. I'm sure you could ban out his key champions such as the LeBlanc and the Syndra, but his champion pool is so wide that you can't really pinpoint this one champion.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Ooh,
and there we
we're
go.
going to be seeing the Ari. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting matchup, and the compositions have been locked in. So we'll have to see how this is going to go. Renekton versus Jace in the top lane. That's going to be an interesting matchup. And it's going to be Jarvan and Gragas in the jungle, and in the duo lanes, Tristana, Lulu. So this is actually going to be a pretty explosive mid-game, as it seems. There's not really any late-game scaling champions here, so we're going to be seeing a lot of action during the early to mid parts of the game. And I'm going to be curious to see how Berserk works on this Orianna, because we don't usually see him on Orianna. Usually we almost always see him on the Victor or the Vladimir. So since those have been banned away, I'm interested to see if UPD will be able to play at peak level. And you can see their handsome faces on the screen right now. There they are.
I mean, if I were in their shoes right now, playing on the big stage, especially in front of all these people, man, oh man, how exciting would it be?
Yeah, I remember talking to Neat before when they played last year as well in Rampage 2016. They had a show match, and he was talking about the feeling of playing on stage is very, very different from playing at home, because when you make, for example, that 5-man crescendo play and the crowd goes wild and the stage is shaking, that feeling is incomparable. I actually wish I could play on the
I know.
on the
One
stage.
day, man. Maybe. Just maybe.
I don't have enough elo for that. But I'm sure these guys do. So
yeah,
I'm definitely looking forward to it. So again, guys, this is going to be the Lenovo Intel LCL show match between UPD and TIP. This is not really going to have any bearing on the league itself, again, because this is a show match. But do look forward, because LCL's next split will be starting sometime soon, so you guys should look forward to that. And also don't forget that aside from the LCL, the Pro Gaming Series, which is basically like the LCL of our country, is going to be starting around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's going to be between Team Manila Eagles and Mineski, so that's really something to look forward to as well.
Yes, and of course, by the way, to all our premium ticket holders, you still have, if you guys want to check out the action front and center, you guys have your seats available here, right? Actually, just right behind us. So take advantage of that if you guys want to check on the full action happening here right on our big screen. Actually, even live here on stage. So, syempre sulitin na.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of seats still left here. So, yeah, to all premium ticket holders, you guys should rush over there immediately. But before we get into the game, of course, we're just going to have a short break.
We have influence. We are Legion. Join us.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rampage 2017 as we head into our first match for today, the LCL Showmatch between UPD Oblation Esports versus TIP Vindicators Esports Club. Let's head into the action.
All right, so let's see how this game is going to start. It's going to be the first game of the day, and hopefully we get a lot of exciting fights here. Looking at the team compositions, I'm sure actually that we're going to get a lot of exciting fights. It seems like it's really going to be an early to mid-game clash of the champions of the LCL, each of them getting their own experience, of course, and holding that LCL crown. And UPD being the most recent, again representing the Philippines at LICC. They made us very proud when they were there, and we'll see how they face up against the previous champion of the LCL, being TIP. We're seeing UPD actually moving in here. Gonna put a ward at the Raptors. Ari gonna, I'm not sure if Ari saw that, but I think she saw the ward placed down there, so they know there might be a possible invade there.
Indeed, that is going to be that. It's going to be information for UP Diliman right there, knowing where Meow will be starting off in TIP's jungle. So that'll definitely give a lot more comfort as to how UP Diliman will be playing out this early game within the first 3 to 5 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah, actually, UP was able to place 2 deep wards just now in the jungle, so they definitely know where Meow is going to be starting, and V will be able to follow up and track the movement of that. So that's going to be pretty crucial because, like we said, early to mid game is going to be pretty explosive here. So whichever jungler is going to have the one step ahead is really going to be able to help snowball the team.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like lane phase is going to be starting. I was actually hoping that there was going to be some kind of early invade action, but looks like both sides will be playing it a little bit more standard. I mean, even though it is a show match, there is kind of that bragging right on the line wherein you could say that, hey, I won that show match right there.
And I'm sure, you know, like to be able to play on a stage, even though it has no bearing on the league, you can't help but feel like it's a legit game, you know?
Exactly.
It's not every day you get to play on a stage in front of hundreds of people, so I'm sure these guys are on their feet with this game.
Yeah, there we go. So looks like laning phase very much sound here, but What's interesting here is that both junglers will be transitioning from the bottom to the top side of the map, so there might be some action heading into the 3 to 4 minute mark towards mid or top. But here we go, we got a hook on coming in from Neep, playing away cute actually, but looks like that's going to be a lot of pain on the TIP side here.
Yeah, definitely expected though. I mean, every time you lane against a Caitlyn, and of course Thresh at times, you have to expect an oppressive laning phase. Caitlyn, of course, being a really high priority pick right now, it really is difficult to lane. Oh, V. That's actually Meow contesting.
Yautza actually gets the blue buff Veer, forced to back away, trying to retaliate through getting a little bit of damage onto Meow, but looks like very successful invade by Meow right there.
Oh my, I believe that was V's error. He actually smited a bit early, so he wasn't able to estimate the damage on that. That's going to put him quite behind him.
Oh, connecting though, cute, taking a lot of damage. So is Blizzard though. It's gonna be quite the boom boom pow coming in from Tristana, Neep, and Blizzard forced to kind of back away a bit. As Tari actually still quite healthy.
Yeah, cute actually, after being played, jumped in to use the damage as well, so that she could also proc the bomb. So now both Blizzard and Neep are quite low, and they don't really have any pots left except for Neep, so that's gonna be a bit difficult. But it shouldn't really be too game changing. Because what we really want to watch here is the jungle. We're seeing right now, top lane of TIP, there's a lot of vision there, so I don't think Veer will be able to gank the top side that much. It's probably going to be mostly about the bot side, and actually TIP's vision's looking really good right now. They have both rivers covered.
I'm actually quite surprised because technically if you're going to think of the vision game, looking at the split they won as champions, this isn't something they were normally good at. The vision games, general control of the map. But here we go, Meow actually going on to Iconic, forced to flash away, and that is going to be a summer spell down for UPD's top laner right there.
Yeah, that was set up by the vision. You know, it was Meow able to put the vision up in the river, so he's able to burn that flash. Maybe he'll go for a return gank later. So looking at the CS though, as expected, Blizzard on that Caitlyn able to get around a 10 CS lead over Cute at that bot lane. But the other lanes will be stable, so we're going to be seeing a bit of a slow start up until around probably 10 minutes once the junglers hit that 6. And we're going to be seeing those flag and drag cataclysm combos from Meow.
I mean, like, even with all this aggression and proactive play coming in from TIP, across the board, looking at the CS score for UP Diliman, they're actually up, even though it's just by a few. But Meow actually going to be going in right here, chasing down Neep. Blizzard might be in trouble as well. Goes for the Lantern. Meow continuing the chase, but looks like that is going to be a play away. TIP, go away.
Oh, man. The vision for Meow really paying off right now, and the lanes, both top lane and bot lane, aren't expecting these ganks, so Meow is really free to put on pressure in all of these lanes. It's a bit scary right now, and Veer, he can't really match those ganks just yet because he is slightly behind. But we'll have to see if he can get them back in the game. They're not really suffering in CS yet though, so things are still alright.
What I'm actually worried for right here is that if you're going to look at things, Meow very much proactive across the map, but for every failed gank, if you're going to look at Veer, sure, it was somewhat of a detriment that they lost that blue buff, but by power farming, actually still up the bar. But there we go, Berserk and Janine right at it. Meow gonna be joining the party, goes for the in onto Berserk, but looks like Berserk will be able to escape to safety. Janine quite low on health.
Yeah, so actually 2 summoner spells burned there from Berserk for the Ignite of Janine, so Meow again burning summoner spells.
Hanzo actually gonna go in onto Iconic, very low. First blood goes to Hanzo, but looks like he'll be going down as well. 1 for 1.
Alright, that was really a skill matchup there under the turret, and Hanzo very confident there. He was able to secure the first blood though. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll see some TP plays later. Both TPs are up.
Yeah, that'll be actually very interesting indeed. But still, regardless, I like how Veer, because he knew that he was kind of behind by losing that blue buff, kind of going for a power farm to make sure that he keeps up with Meow. And it's actually working in a way, but still, regardless, Meow a level up. So we'll just have to see how that works out for both sides. Because even though Meow has been going for this proactive gank, looking at the CS between both junglers, they're actually quite even regardless. Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Ooh, Veer actually spotting out Janine here. But still, that will be information for TIP as to where the jungler is for UP Diliman and where Veer will be transitioning in this map here.
Yeah, Meow is still a level ahead though. So he's going to be hitting that level 6 faster, which UP will definitely have to watch out for.
Man, oh man. I was actually kind of thinking that TIP might be slowing down. Again, I've been talking about how they haven't really played with each other for quite a while, but still, I'm actually impressed because, if anything, I wasn't expecting this level of proactiveness coming in from TIP.
Yeah.
It's somewhat different from what I remember them as of the split. They were actually prominent, and when they did win as champions. So, very refreshing to see, but still, UP Diliman showing a lot of signs of fight here. Again, champion versus champion.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we were looking forward to this show match, because even if it didn't have any effect on the points for the league itself, we are talking about two LCL champions, and UPD being the more recent one, so definitely... Oh,
for Berserk though. But still, Hanzo is under turret though.
Meow is nowhere to be found here, so it's going to be 2v1. Hanzo probably smells that though. Not enough minions, so he's going to back out. And that's going to be Janine, pretty close, spotted out by that ward though. And we're seeing the handsome faces in the crowd right now.
Yes, look at everybody really tuned into this game here. I mean, I'm feeling that. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a fight there. Zarya taking a lot of damage, very, very low, forced to pop the heal from Cute. Cute trying to back away as well. They're getting a poke on to Neep, but still, that is going to be one down for TIP as we head into the scoreboard, 2 for 1.
KS Neep taking away that kill, but nevertheless, that's going to be a kill in bot lane. And that's going to give him a bit more control. First Drake is going to be the Infernal Drake, so they can probably set up vision for that and then take that later. But it is going to give UPD quite a lead. They've already got around 400 plus gold right now.
Oh. Yeah, actually within the vicinity.
Oh, and actually, Hanzo starting to get a CS lead as well at top lane. Meow
this might
looking
be
for the dive. He's level 6 right now. And Veer is here waiting to match that gank. Actually, this is going to be a 3v3. The ward spotting Veer. Will they actually jump in for this? Oh, it's going to be taken away. So for Zerk, will he catch them with a shockwave?
Looks like they will be backing away for the meantime.
Yeah.
But still, I like the restraint coming in from CIP here. Actually connecting on to Janine there. Actually manages to escape the shockwave, but still going for the run. Looks like he will be able to escape to safety. Wow, oh wow, UPD really trying to go for the aggro.
Yeah, Berserk not able to predict that that ult from Janine. So there's going to be 2 ults burned there for the mid laners. And actually, Berserk is someone with the CS lead here. It's 84 to 77 right now. And so with these slight CS leads, it's actually giving UPD the gold lead. We'll see who sets up for Dragon first though. Even though TIP hasn't been making much moves around the map, they actually still have very clear vision control all across the river. So that's really something that's impressive from them so far in the game. They've really kept up the vision.
And I really like that across the board. We're seeing a lot of attempts here, but looks like Hanzo actually going to be going onto Iconic, but Veer actually within the vicinity as well. Hanzo going to be backing away. I'm not sure he'll be able to survive this though. Iconic quite low on health, but looks like he'll be able to back away as Meow is actually there now. Will they be going for the continuation though? That is
hesitation there. I think they should have just gone for it, but they're going to be backing out there. Meow still waiting at the edge, and V is still waiting here as well. There's going to be a ward though, so they know he's there. But I don't think Iconic can take this. He doesn't have much HP left. Will this be a tower dive?
Very interesting if they do go for it.
Push him out.
Yeah, I mean, still very gutsy coming in from TIP, especially knowing that Veer is in the vicinity. So it looks like Zarya actually going to get cut out. Cute actually going in onto Blizzard, taking a lot of damage. Blizzard forced to pop the heal, but looks like they are trading. Cute will be jumping away. Neep going to try to go for the chase here. Will he be able to get anybody? Gets the play onto Cute. That is not going to be Cute. Dead. No, actually, Zarya getting the block. Looks like both bot layers will survive yet another day.
Man, that was really close. Both AD carries still have their flash up though. So we're probably going to be seeing a recall here from both, and then they'll move back to Dragon. But the vision right now is still in TIP's favor. They still have the ward set up there. We'll have to see who makes the move. Berserk trying to take out the vision, maybe get the scuttle. But still, everything's so even. Both teams really trying to watch each other's movements right now. 11 minutes in, 2-1 on the kill score, and still not that significant a lead. Although UPD, they are up by almost 1,000. Coming probably from the CS lead at bot lane right now, which is a 108 to 82, so that's pretty significant there. And that's going to be Blizzard already with the BF sword, and the Berserker's Grieve, so he's probably going to be winning the trade still at bot lane. So Cute will have to be careful, but you have to commend Cute's aggression here. no matter the trait, he jumps in for the kill onto Blizzard, so he's not afraid to go for those skirmishes.
The thing here is that if you're going to look at both sides, but looks like I'm going to have to hold that thought right there. Neat might actually try to.
He's sitting on a ward, but the control ward's there. So
oh, actually gets the hook onto Meow, though. Meow taking a lot of damage. Looks like he'll be going down for Zerk. Gets the kill.
All right, so that's 3-1 on the kill score now, and this is probably going to be a Dragon right after. No vision there because of that control ward.
Hanzo going in onto Iconic, though. That's a lot of damage being taken there by UPD's top laner, but looks like so it's just going to be a little bit of a trade.
Yeah, there it is. The Dragon is going to be secured there by UPD, and I don't think that the IP can contest this, so this probably just going to be farming on their tower right now.
I'm actually surprised that Meow got caught there, especially since they did have vision. So it's almost inexcusable in a way to get hooked. So the fact that they gave a kill to UP Diliman, I'm actually quite surprised. And if you're going to look at it, like you mentioned, going into this mid-game, things are going to get really explosive here. And UP Diliman definitely on the right foot here.
Yeah, especially with that Infernal Drake, it's going to give them the edge they need to really secure this mid-game. So TIP, they're going to have to turn the aggression on sooner.
Yeah,
Janine
actually misses out on one of those dashes there, but looks like regardless, we'll be getting the kill. Man, and this might actually be a hard push towards top for TIP. We'll try to potentially push out for first turret, though. Who will it be, though? Will it be mid, or will it be top? Looks like top might actually get it, as it's going to be a very low health turret. And down it goes. First turret goes to TIP.
Yeah, so that's going to be a trade, though. It's going to be the top for mid. And when you think about it, I don't know. This is going to be scary for both teams, because this is going to give Hanzo a lot of time to roam now. He's got a pretty... he's got the items he needs at top lane, so he can now transition that Black Cleaver over into other lanes, maybe with TP plays. But that's also going to give Berserk time to roam as well, and it's going to leave Janine in the mid lane trying to push away the wave. So that might leave Janine kind of stuck here in the mid lane without control, which could be pretty crucial.
Rather unfortunate for TIP is because if you're going to look at it, sure, they did get first turret, but across the board, UP Diliman was able to take down both mid and bottom lane. So that first turret bonus, in a way, is kind of voided out there. So good trade from UP Diliman.
Yeah, that is true. Question is, will Berserk be able to roam and get the shockwaves he needs in the other lanes? That's what we're going to have to watch out for. V, though, as soon as he caught up with the level 6, he was able to get that gank at mid. So he is able to sort of catch up. Still waiting for the impactful Cataclysm, though, from Meow. He was able to get pretty successful ganks earlier on.
Ooh, Hanzo within the vicinity.
Maybe this is where we'll see it. Hanzo just wait.
But Janine actually eating the shockwave. They're taking a lot of damage. Very, very low on health. Forced to dash away, but looks like TIP trying to back off now. Iconic continuing the chase. Tarya actually within the vicinity as well, but still no casualties.
Yes, everyone's moving up mid now. Top lane's actually pushing in Iconic's favor. So Hanzo won't be able to go down to this Rift Herald that quickly. Yeah, I think this is going to be secured, and that will give them possibly the last outer turret right now for TIP. It's going to be pretty huge. Once all outer turrets are removed from TIP, that's really going to push in the pressure onto TIP, which will probably give them another free Drake. And it's another Infernal too, so that's going to be hell for TIP if UPD gets that one.
Yeah, and with this, UP Diliman clearly on the right foot here, especially with the composition that they have. This is something that they could really capitalize on, because if you're going to look at TIP's composition, sure, Janine on this Ahri will be probably one of the more primary damage dealers, I'd say, because if you're going to look at Cute, sure, this is a Tristana, but he still has to wait towards the later parts of the game where he really pops off. Because, again, as this game goes longer, that's where Tristana really gets things going. But because TIP is behind right now, they don't really have that avenue just yet, and UP Diliman is really going to just hit hard.
Yeah, UPD moving as one right now. They're going to be getting this last turret, and they still have the Rift Herald too. Not even needing it. They might need it for this last push though to finally secure that turret. And Iconics, they're pushing at bot lane, so this is going to be 4-0-1. And going to be possibly pressuring TIP to recall, or they're going to lose 2 turrets in the process, which is really bad for TIP. Can anyone match this? Someone has to recall. Yeah, Hanzo's actually recalling right now. He's going to be moving over to bot lane. Meanwhile, UPD still not sure where to place that Rift Herald.
Yeah, definitely. But still, if you're going to look at it, I like how UPD really be proactive here, in the sense that TIP, if you notice, they're kind of forced into a responsive position wherein whatever action UPD does across the map, TIP pretty much does nothing but respond, because they know that, especially with how established UPD is going into the mid-game, they still have to kind of hold back, again, until such time that Cute reaches his full potential power spike.
Yeah, that's true, because they're also waiting for Cute, like you said, to reach that power spike, and it's gonna take a while. He probably needs 2 core items. Janine only has the Morello, still waiting for that Ludens probably. But for Zerk already has the needlessly large rod, so that Shockwave is really gonna hurt. We saw it land earlier at mid lane, and it chunked Janine down to probably around 30% HP. So TIP really have to be careful. They need to find that proper engage with Hanzo and Meow though. Maybe if Hanzo can flank TP and then Meow can find that nice Cataclysm, land it onto Caitlyn and Orianna, that's the ideal engage. But so far, they haven't been able to find an opening just yet.
And you know, that's the tricky part right here. Like you mentioned, this is the ideal engage. But considering that this is TIP that we're talking about here, but oh no, looks like Meow and Hanzo gonna go full hard onto Iconic. Iconic tries to escape the Cataclysm, but looks like he'll be dead as down he goes. The kill ultimately going to Hanzo.
Yeah, a lot of resources invested in that though. They had to use 3 ults, I think, just for that. So in the next team fight, UPD will be pretty confident to go in for that one. So we'll have to see if they can take advantage of that.
Oh, Cute and Janine actually converging onto Berserk right there. Wow. Just when we were talking about how responsive TIP was, it seems like they're making the proactive plays, going for the offense.
Yeah, and I guess a bit of weird positioning as well from UPD. Both of them getting caught consecutively. UPD has to defend his bot lane, and we might see another tower dive here. Oh, Tarya, Oni having the flash out
Hanzo
there.
actually might be going in. This is going to be 3. No, make that 4. People coming in from TIP teleport. Going to be procced by Iconic right here. Looks like Deep will be going down, but not in exchange for Hanzo though. It looks like Iconic will be continuing the chase. Cute actually forces as well to back Iconic away, but looks like they're continuing though. Down goes Cute. Looks like Meow will be the next to follow. That is going to be a 3-for-1 in favor of UP Diliman.
Oh man, that's really bad. Actually, that's going to be 3-for-1, and they were the ones who were supposed to engage at that bot lane, but because it took so long, and Iconic arrived at just the right time, Neep able to secure the kill as well onto Hanzo. That's going to be 3 kills and the second Infernal Drake for them.
Yeah, this is going to be so tricky for TIP at this point. Again, all this proactivity, but the fact that UP Diliman eventually emerged on top after that engage, it's going to be very tricky for them. Again, they need Cute to reach that optimal spike later on, but because they're kind of in a detriment because of how UP Diliman is capitalizing on, again, not just their strengths, but technically the macro play, the lead that they have, it's going to be very tricky for our 2016 Spring Champs. Summer Champs, let's say.
And TIP, probably the better play for them to go for after they got the bot and the mid kill was probably to recall and then set up for the Infernal Drake. I think they got kind of greedy when they tried to go for the bot lane kill, mid lane kill, and then try to force the bot lane kill again without the ults. I think that was pretty greedy, so they probably should have just backed out and then set up for the Infernal Drake. But because they didn't do that, like you said, it's going to give UPD that edge. Oh, might see him in fight. Oh, flash
there
in.
we go. Looks like Meow goes for the Cataclysm, but will be going down though. Teleport actually going to be procced by Hanzo. Cancels, as that would have been very dangerous indeed. But looks like UP Diliman, will they be transitioning for a Baron though?
And Hanzo uses TP and cancel, so he won't be able to TP here. He has to walk all the way. Control ward's already down, so TIP can't see this. And Meow, he was a jungler. He has a smite, so he won't be able to steal this as well. This is going to be pretty scary for TIP. Shockwave!
Wow, that is going to be the Shockwave indeed. Jenny taking in a lot of damage, but looks like TIP trying to force out UPD from this Baron, though Veer taking quite the number of shots from Baron Asher, but looks like UPD will be backing away for the meantime. Baron delayed. Mission accomplished. TIP.
They still have to respect Hanzo. He isn't exactly that weak right now. It's still 20 minutes in. He does have the Black Cleaver, Spectre Skull, but TIP is going to be able to secure that mid lane turret, which is going to even out the turret score. So now it's all about the decision making and the rotations. Who will have the better decision making? Looking at the itemization though, Blizzard is an Infinity Edge up over Cute, so that's going to be pretty significant once we see the team fights. UPD still has vision control over Baron, so that's going to be one advantage there. And next Drake is going to be a Cloud Drake, so no one's probably going to care about that as everyone moves over to the Baron.
But yeah, looking at both sides here, let's talk about both teams and how they could potentially progress into a victory here. With UP Diliman, again, what I like about their composition is that they have the Gragas, they have the Orianna, they have the Thresh. A lots of CC in a way that if Neep could get one successful hook, with the connection of CCs coming in from both the Gragas and the Orianna, it's almost instant death for one of the members of TIP here. TIP, though, needs to be a little bit more restrained, though. Blizzard, though, might be in trouble. Neep actually within the vicinity. Great save there with the Lantern.
Oh, cute. Not a good idea to be there, but Iconic's actually split pushing bot lane, so again, it's a 4-0-1 where they're forcing Hanzo to recall without TP. And Iconic has almost, yeah, he's going to get his TP actually ahead, so he'll have the TP advantage. If UPD gets a pick and Iconic TPs, that's going to be an automatic Baron there, so TIP have to be very careful. And yeah, that's actually going to be TIP backing out because again, they don't have any vision control around the Baron area, so things looking a bit scary for TIP right now. It's actually a 2,000 gold lead.
Ooh, looks like cute. Oh, that's a lot of damage though. But still looks like Janine and Meow will be joining the party to try to defend. Ooh, almost goes down.
Almost down.
Man, but looks like that'll be yet another turret going into UP Diliman though. All outer turrets actually down for Technological University of the Philippines. And this is going to give a lot more maneuverability for UP Diliman across this map.
Yeah, TP's almost up for both top laners. And looking at the itemization, Blade of the Ruined King up for Iconic. And Hanzo almost done with his second core item. So we'll have to see. They're actually invading right now. Going to establish vision around this area so they can secure the Baron. But Meow,
oh no,
how to move back.
And this is the tricky part right here. Meow actually, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 out of 3 of his deaths were mostly because of pickoffs coming in from UP Diliman. So that's something he has to be very careful with. Especially now that we've been talking a lot about Baron. If Meow goes down, that might actually open yet another window of opportunity for UPD to take it. And if they do take that objective, man oh man, that's going to be a lot that TIP has to deal with. Especially when they want to try to transition into the 30 to 35 to 40 minute mark. But oh no, Janine gonna go down to Berserk, and this might be an inner mid turret for UP Diliman. Down it goes. Try to take it down though. Iconic trying to get some poke on, but looks like UPD will be halting their aggression, but still with one inner mid turret down, transitioning into the Baron. This might be big.
And TIP has completely lost vision control. They had such a good control over the map during the early to mid part of the game, around 15 minutes, but now they've completely lost it. Control wards are down, and Meow, he's gonna try to go for the steal.
No, he gets the steal! TIP manages to get the steal though, but at the cost of his life. Wow!
Oh, wow. Okay, so they weren't able to stop that. And I think V he didn't actually have the ult there, so he wasn't able to push Meow away. They're able to stop that Baron, so that's actually quite huge. If UPD was able to secure that Baron, we'd probably see the game ending in 30 or 35 minutes, but that's going to delay it just a bit.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check out that replay, though. I'm actually quite surprised that Abbott actually goes in. Good timing.
Man.
That was actually good. Tarya as well, going for the ult to kind of knock up everybody from UP Diliman, potentially getting a cancel on Veer's own smite because of that split-second CC that UP Diliman concurred there. So, very well played. I like the synergy coming in from TIP there.
Okay, so this is going to help TIP to turtle a little bit because UPD really had a lot of pressure on the map, but since they were able to seal that Baron and it was only Meow who died, they're going to be able to push the lane out a bit, and that's really going to help Cute to really farm up and catch up on itemization. He's actually already finished the Infinity Edge static, and he's already got a Zeal.
Oh no, that's going to be the flash though, but UP Diliman might have to back away from this as they saw a lot of members of TIP there. And Hanzo actually split pushing towards top though as UP Diliman continues at this Drake though. That's going to be yet another Drake for them. Third Drake in fact going to UPD. 3-0 actually in terms of the Drake game here.
Yeah, Neep. Thought they were going to go for the pick, but they'll back out. And it's actually interesting, Janine opting for the Banshee's Veil instead of going for the Ludin. So trying to be
trade-off though, that's a lot of damage though. Iconic goes down to Hanzo, so that is going to be another kill onto TIP.
We're actually seeing TIP pushing top lane while UPD pushes this, so this might be a third trade. Although there's 3 members from TIP here, they might be able to defend this. Meow doesn't have flash, but he has the Cataclysm. And I think it's going to be a trade.
Yes, indeed, but still, both Hanzo and Janine are on UPD's case here as they continue the chase while UP Diliman wants to back away. That's a lot of damage. Blizzard, will he be going down though? And boom! Down he goes to Cute, gets the kill, but looks like TIP is not done just yet. Veer forced to flash away. Meow going for the Cataclysm here. Will he be able to get the kill though? Tarya and Cute as well. Veer very, very low. Red buff actually doesn't, not enough.
Nice
but looks like Meow going to continue the chase here. Teleport actually going to be brought by Hanzo. Double kill for Berserk! Wow!
Okay, so that's going to actually make it a 2 for 2, which makes it even. It's actually funny because when Blizzard and Veer tried to use the blasting cone to jump out of the wall, Veer was actually left behind, which actually forced him to flash. But nevertheless, that's going to be 2 for 2, which makes it even. Although TIP is actually caught up a bit in terms of gold, so 27 minutes in. And yeah, we'll actually see Veer. He failed. He wasn't able to step where Blizzard was, so he was actually left, forced to flash. And this is the part where it actually gets tricky because Berserk was able to get a double kill. Veer barely surviving, nice hook, and then the box technique to really delay things. And then everyone commits, good communication, synergy, and then they are able to secure that double kill.
Indeed. I think TIP, they were tunneling on those low health members coming in from UPD that they kind of forgot and underestimated the damage they're coming in from Berserk, resulting to that double kill. But still, wow. I mean, regardless, with all said and done, TIP actually managing to get an inhibitor off UPD Liman. So this might actually be the perfect moment for them. Again, once they transition to 30, 40 minutes, this is going to be Tristana's time to shine. But looks like Hanzo taking a lot of damage, though, goes down to Blizzard, as that is going to be yet another kill going to UPD Liman.
Yeah, so Hanzo overstepping his boundaries there, and you keep in mind, UPD still has a lot of vision control over the top side, so they're actually able to spot him out. Cute still at bot lane, but he is going to be recalling as the rest of UPD move into this mid lane. We're moving into 28 minutes, and the rapid fire cannon actually secured there by Cute already. So he is able to fight toe-to-toe with Blizzard actually. He's actually really painful right now.
Now that I look at it, it's still a heavy death time.
Oh, no!
20 seconds, but looks like UPD will be going in. Berserk getting the kill on to Cute. Looks like Iconic as well going to take down Meow. That's going to be 2 members. Make that 2, yeah, actually only 2 members of TIP going to try to go for the defense here. That is going to be a turret down for TIP. Will an inhibitor be going down as well, though? Looks like 3 members. Berserk, Blizzard, Veer really converging onto this, and down, down, down it goes.
Yeah, so 2 for 3 exchange, but UPD clearly wins that since they were able to get an inhibitor. Their top lane, though, is actually pushing really hard, so it's actually 1 inhib for 1, which is going to even things out. So we'll take a look at that replay. Neep with a really nice hook there, and then everyone just fully commits. Berserk didn't even need the shockwave actually. He's able to secure the kill, and at this point it's just clean up. Veer uses ult to disengage onto Janine here and Tarya, and so they're able to win that exchange, and then the inhibitor after.
Here we go, though, but still, with all said and done, UPD Liman, because of the distraction in a way coming in from pushing out that inhibitor, they didn't realize the heavy super minion wave pushing towards top, and as a result, they actually lose out on 1 Nexus turret.
And as a result, the game's actually still very even. We're at 14-10, but that doesn't matter because the gold is pretty much negligible. There isn't really much of a lead. And the next Drake is going to be another Cloud Drake. Baron's actually coming up in 1 minute and 30. So we'll have to see who's going to be able to secure that one. UPD's bot lane turret is actually still up. And Hanzo gonna be looking to take this one. Ludens is done for Janine now, so he's gonna be able to put in a bit more pressure for Zerk with the Rabadons as well.
Man, this might actually be tricky though, because going into this 30-minute mark here, like we mentioned, Cute is a force to be reckoned with. And now that, in a way, this is where Tristana's really gonna start to shine. So ideally, this is something that UP Dinman really has to account for. If anything, if they could prioritize all their crowd control on picking off Cute first before transitioning to the other members of TIP, I think that would really work for them. But then again, still we'll just have to see. I'd still say it's neck and neck, because regardless of that scenario where in terms of the late game, TIP, I feel definitely has a lot more prowess. Still, UP Dinman, I feel like a mid inhibitor versus a top inhibitor, a mid inhibitor is still much more valuable because that's an open map for UP Dinman.
That's true. And also the carries of UPD, their itemization is more damage oriented, so when the team fight comes in, if they can secure Cute, that's really going to be a lot of burst onto him with only Tarya's ult to save him. So we'll have to see Vision being secured by TP right now on this Baron, coming up in 10 seconds. And Iconic was pushing bot, but without TP, he's going to have to move over. Oh, who got that scuttle? Okay, so it's going to be TIP. They definitely have vision control right now. Will he be able to land? Nice hook.
Hanzo might have to be careful though. Looks like he did slice and dice away. Because if he gets caught off, that would have easily been the signal for UPD to go for Baron. So technically, either side, they don't want to get caught off here because clearly don't want to give up this Baron here. Because I feel like once either side gets that Baron, that might be an opportunity to potentially, if played correctly, finish the game.
Yeah, that is true. It's kind of interesting because considering how long the game has lasted now, you start to realize how important that Baron steal Meow did earlier, because without that Baron steal, I think the game might have almost been over at this point, but after that Baron steal, TIP has really been able to turtle and help Q to catch up. So now they're really toe-to-toe with UPD. Hook! Not landing!
Oh no, though. Janine actually manages to force his ult away from UPD Line. That would have been dangerous if Janine got caught off, but looks like we'll be able to survive yet another day. Will UPD Line go for this Baron, though? Looks like they'll be going for a little rewarding.
Yeah, but that was actually very crucial because now Janine doesn't have the ult, and it gave UPD the space to start putting vision control. So that Janine is going to have a much harder time of reaching Blizzard, and for Zerk in the back line is going to give him a bit of a disadvantage. And they can't rely on Meow to steal the Baron every single time as well, so they're going to have to be pretty careful here.
Oh no, that hook actually connecting onto Meow, though. Tarja forces the ult, but this might be the signal for UPD Naman to continue with this Baron. Will they go for it, though? Yes, indeed, but Blizzard actually separated from the team, taking a lot of damage coming from Hanzo. Tarja actually joins the party, but looks like both sides will be backing away for the meantime, but UPD going to continue with this Baron. Will second time be a charm for TIP to take yet another Baron steal? Gonna be very tricky though. Meow actually quite low on health as well.
Oh, he's TPing in.
Teleport actually coming in. Who will get the Baron? It's gonna be UPD Naman. Let's go see. Looks like this is going to be a fight though. Cute actually separated from his teammates. No. Manages to force away UPD Naman. This is going to be a very interesting fight. A lot of low health members coming in from UPD Naman. Iconic actually goes down. Double kill for Berserk once again. Janine forced to flash away though. That is going to be a 4-for-1 in favor of UPD Naman. Wow.
Oh my gosh, and there's the ult to finalize the kill. It's going to be an ace for UPD. And for Zerk with the game-changing shockwave. That was crazy. I actually thought UPD was going to lose that because we actually saw a double fail on the side of UPD. Blizzard didn't make it in time for the blasting cone. He was pushed towards Hanzo. That was really bad. It was actually a good thing that Blizzard survived even after failing the flash.
Is this going to be the game though?
And this
Meow actually going to be going up now, as well as Tarja in a bit. This is going to be very dangerous though. Meow goes in, tries to go for Blizzard though. Hook actually connecting. Looks like he might be going down in this game. Tarja is up, but still Blizzard now on a rampage. UPD wanting to finish this game. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have our winners for the LCL Showmatch. Congratulations, UPD Naman, Oblation Esports.
Oh man, GG, well played. And such an even game so far throughout the game. At first, you know, UPD was looking very dominant. We thought they were going to win the game at around 20 minutes. And then Meow with the crazy Baron steal there at around 20 minutes as well. They were able to turtle for quite a long time up until the 30-minute mark where we see that crazy team fight there. Couple of mistakes here and there from both teams, but in the end, they're able to win the last team fight. Crazy shockwave from Berserk there to finalize everything.
Man, of course. But regardless, commendations to both our 2016 Summer Champs and our 2017 Spring Champs. Both very well played. I'm actually quite surprised. TIP hindi pa rin nangangalawang, but still, the macro play coming in from UPD, coming off fresh from the LICCC qualifiers. Still, good job both teams.
Yeah, so I believe we're going to be moving into another segment for now, but again, just to introduce ourselves, we have been your shoutcasters for this game. I'm Amplifier, and here with me is Arctic, and we're going to be moving it over to Shinbu. So we'll see you guys later.